A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a bold move that has sent shockwaves through the political landscape, President Donald Trump has issued a stark warning to Republican senators regarding their support for public broadcasting funding. In a post on Truth Social, Trump urged GOP lawmakers to adhere to his proposed rescissions bill, which aims to claw back a staggering $1.1 billion previously earmarked for the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, CPB. This funding cut specifically targets well-known outlets such as PBS and NPR, which the president has labeled as monstrous and biased against conservatives. Trump's ultimatum comes on the heels of a House of Representatives vote that approved the cuts, raising concerns about the future of many NPR and PBS affiliates across the country. The president's post was clear. Any Republican who votes to maintain funding for public broadcasting will lose his endorsement and support. It is very important that all Republicans adhere to my rescissions bill and, in particular, defund the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, PBS and NPR, which is worse than CNN and MSDNC put together, Trump declared. This rhetoric is indicative of Trump's ongoing battle against what he perceives to be a liberal media bias that undermines conservative values. The proposed rescissions bill, part of a larger $9.4 billion cut package, has drawn mixed reactions from GOP lawmakers. Some, like Senator Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, have expressed reservations about the impact the cuts would have on rural communities that rely heavily on public broadcasting for news and emergency communications. Murkowski stated, "I don't support the rescissions package as it's currently drafted, highlighting the potential harm to local stations." Senator Mike Rounds of South Dakota echoed these concerns, emphasizing the critical role that public broadcasting plays in disseminating information to rural populations. Rounds noted, "This is their way of getting emergency messages out to people. That's the way in which they communicate in a very rural area." Similarly, Senator Susan Collins of Maine has indicated her intention to propose amendments to the bill, seeking to preserve some level of funding for public broadcasting. Trump's aggressive stance on public broadcasting funding is not new. Back in May, he signed an executive order calling for an end to taxpayer subsidization of PBS and NPR, branding these outlets as radical left monsters. In this executive order, the president argued that government funding of news media is outdated and corrosive to journalistic independence, stating, "Americans have the right to expect that if their tax dollars fund public broadcasting at all, they fund only fair, accurate, unbiased, and nonpartisan news coverage." Both PBS and NPR have responded to Trump's actions by filing lawsuits against the Trump administration. The lawsuits claim that the president's executive order violates their First Amendment rights and that he lacks the authority to dictate funding decisions for public broadcasters. The legal challenges argue that Trump's actions constitute viewpoint discrimination, as he has repeatedly accused these organizations of harboring a bias against him and other Republicans. PBS President Paula Kerger has warned that the proposed cuts could lead to the closure of numerous local news stations, particularly in rural areas. In a recent interview, she stated, "There are stations that will go off the air if the president gets what he wants." Kerger emphasized the importance of local content creation and the role public broadcasting plays in fostering community engagement. As the Senate prepares to vote on the rescissions bill next week, the pressure is mounting on Republican lawmakers to align with Trump's agenda or face the consequences. The political stakes are high, with Trump threatening to support primary challenges against those who defy his wishes. This ultimatum underscores the ongoing struggle within the GOP as it grapples with the influence of Trump and his loyal base. The outcome of this vote will not only impact the future of public broadcasting, but could also reshape the political landscape for Republicans heading into upcoming elections. With Trump's endorsement seen as crucial for many GOP candidates, the pressure to comply with his demands is palpable. In the meantime, public broadcasting advocates are rallying support to fight back against the proposed cuts. They argue that public media is essential for providing diverse viewpoints and serving communities that might otherwise be overlooked by commercial media. As the debate intensifies, it remains to be seen how Republican senators will navigate the competing pressures from their constituents, the Trump base, and the broader implications for public media in the United States. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.